Alright, we are on the draw here, match 5 of this league, with Traverse Delver, and this looks like a mulligan. We have a couple cantrips. These counters might be awful. The cantrips aren't the worst, but we're going to be slow against aggro. We have no threats against mid-range, definitely slow against big mana, but for the opposite reason than against aggro. We're going to mulligan. That hand's a little better, not by much. Dismember. I don't think I want that in general. Yeah, we're going to bottom that. Dismember is definitely a card I like, but I don't think I want it to draw it in the dark. I want it in the deck. Don't want to draw it, really. Flameblade Adept. Okay, Mandrills, that's a good sign. Let's grab a Steam Vents, cast a Delver, and play a Bauble. Hopefully we can get this Mandrills out soon, because we're going to need a clock. I also would love to have a burn spell on top of my deck. Looks like we're up against Black-Red Hollow One. Street Wraith. Well, they're taking damage too, so that's good. It's bad in the sense that they're the aggressor. Alright, that's a boatload of damage, and chances are they're going to have a Hollow One handy. Given that they just got to draw a bunch of cards. Flameblade's gonna get big. Bloodghast comes back, that's fine. Oh, it's the Bloodghast version. Yeah, that's right, the black deck does play that. Haven't played against that in a while. Ooh, we have Graveyard Hate this time. This is exciting. This is unprecedented. Wouldn't be surprised if they have an Angler, too. Kinda wish I had my sweepers in the deck right now, but what are you gonna do? We don't main deck sweepers. Forked Bolt. Not quite as good as a sweeper, but I will take it. Bauble trigger first. Let's transform this Delver, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get clocking. Can we afford to get clocking? We draw another card. It's a land. If we get a basic forest, we cannot play Delver yet. Sorry, Mandrills yet. That's unfortunate. Forked Bolt, that's a third card. Misty, that's a fourth. But alas, I almost don't want to attack with the Delver, but it can't block Flameblade Adept anyways because of Menace. So let's get in there. We're going to take out a Flameblade Adept, and we'll probably just fetch out something tapped. Snap Forked Bolt could be handy. Not sure if we're going to slam Snapcaster Mage and Forked Bolt next turn or go straight to Mandrills, but we'll see. I like that the Bolt didn't go at my face. That is definitely a plus. That smells like an Angler. Not a plus. Let's get Stomping Ground tapped. That should be fine. How are we going to get out of this? Not by drawing another land. I think we want to snap Forked Bolt, but I'm really not sure. If we play out Mandrills, we're probably taking 6. And then a Burn Spell is lethal. Then we get to hit them down to 7, which isn't great. If we go for Snap Forked Bolt, we take out this, we chump, we take 2. What happens if we top deck a Tarmogoyf? Can't count on this staying in the graveyard, but land, sorcery, creature, artifact. Goyf is just a 4/5. Oh, actually the Forked Bolt's going to be gone because we need to snap, flash that back. So Goyf's going to be too small to deal with that Angler. Would Dismember have helped? Probably. Should I have kept Dismember on top? I don't know. I guess given that it's in the main deck, I do kind of want it in the dark. I'm not sure. Which line do we take? Mandrills? We're going to take at least one. Chances are they have land into looting. I'm assuming they have a land, but they're not playing it to reanimate this. So we get to block that. We take a bunch. We're probably dead if we play Mandrills. We're still probably dead if we play Snapcaster Mage, though. We are flashing back Fork Bolt. Target that. Well, it's going to buy us time. Don't know if it's enough time, but it'll buy us time. Goblin Lore. That makes me very glad that I took out the Flameblade Adept. We are going to chump. Or should we not chump? No, we definitely need to chump because if we take all of this and then play out Mandrills hoping to double block, we're dead to Bloodghast. So we're gonna chump. Hollow one. Don't think we come back from this. We play out both of these. Trade, chump, take 2. I don't think we can win. What if we hit Vapor Snag? They can put this back down. I kind of want to scoop to not show them Mandrills. On the other hand, that's not that much information. I think I want to keep... I don't want to die to Bolt, so I kind of don't want to crack this. But I want Goyf to be somewhat good. Sorcery... That sorcery is going to stay unless they hit a Delve threat. Creature's going to come out. Oh, they're going to have... Flamewake Phoenix too. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. Alright. Graveyard Hate. Let's hope that it does the trick. We want Roast to deal with Angler and Hollow One. Flash Freeze might come in. Blood Moon seems bad. Ancient Grudge, Revelry, more answers to the fatty. Hollow One, that is, not to Gurmag Angler. I don't think I want EE, and I still don't know if I want Huntmaster. Probably not. I think we're best off treating this like a combo deck. Dismember is actually not that bad. Thought Scour I want, Vapor Snag I want, Denial I want, Spell Snare can go. Although they do have some 2 CMCs. Not that many of them. Do I want to cut a Snapcaster Mage? I actually don't hate that. Traverse I don't really want to drop. Curator can go. How about Nux? Do I like Nux? I don't remember what I did the last time I played against this deck. Nux is a little slow. Kind of don't want it. Kind of don't want to go any lower as far as clocks go, though. What can we cut? I want the Simic Charm. I could see dropping a Mana Leak. That seems acceptable. I don't really want to cut any Denials because they have a lot of targets for Denial. Thought Scour's not going, though, nor is Vapor Snag or the Bolt effects. Maybe a Traverse. Not Visions. I think it's just cut a Denial. Think I can live with having fewer counters. We're going to give it a shot. On the play, let's see if we can do this. That is definitely a keep. Turn 1, Delver. Turn 2, either Goyf or hold up Mana Leak. Hopefully we'll traverse for something good sooner or later. The opponent's thinking about their hand. Let's take a look at Black-Red Hollow One. It's not like we have much better to do. Do people not play this deck that much anymore? Was it ever that popular? Maybe I'm just wrong. Black-Red Hollow One. Where is it? We are now at the 0.37% of the meta on MTG Goldfish section. I don't think it's here. Maybe it just got replaced by the Vengevine version. But even that's less than 1% on here. I do not know. I see a lot of the same cards. Maybe... But this version doesn't play Bloodghast, does it? No, the Vengevine version does not play Bloodghast. Huh. Dredge. Dredge is there. That makes it Black-Red Hollow one. I'm just blind. Little over 2% of the very not statistically sound metagame. Because we don't have very big sample sizes. So what do people usually play? We're looking at Flameblade Adepts, Bloodghasts, Flamewake Phoenixes, all things I would love to Pyroclasm and Anger. Hollow One, Street Wraith, Gurmag Angler, and apparently sometimes Tassiger. What do we have in the 2 CMC slot? Goblin Lore, Cobrew, and post-board, sometimes more Cobrew. Makes me glad that we did not keep Spell Snare in the deck. That is a good thing. Okay. They do have a lot of non-creature spells that I would love to Denial. Burning Inquiry, Faithless Looting, Goblin Lore, very much like Dredge, so that's good. Denial I like here. Let's take a look at our sideboard. I'm assuming they're just AFK or something. That, or they have a very tricksy 7. Do we actually want to cut Snapcaster Mage? The opponent does have Inevitability with Bloodghast and Flamewake Phoenix. Oh, here we go. But on the other hand, we have Graveyard Hate now, but not that much. Not very much Graveyard Hate. So it's entirely possible we don't want to assume that their Inevitability is negated. That seems like a bad idea. I think I can live with cutting the Snapcaster Mage. On the other hand, Flameblade Adept makes me want to have as much removal as possible. We actually could Ravenous Trap them here, which doesn't seem like the worst. It hits Flamewake Phoenix and gets rid of their yard. Let's at least go to the end step so we know there aren't any hollow ones coming down. I kind of want to do this. We lost our green source, which is really unfortunate. Cast 4-0. Opponent. Don't know if that was a good idea, but we did it. Stubborn Denial. Cool. Let's get in for 3, play a Delver, and hold up Denial. Hopefully that slowed them down at least a little. Don't actually know when you're supposed to be Ravenous Trapping, because that was the very first time I ever cast it. But, who knows? Maybe that was good. Maybe it was not. It was certainly a legal game action. That I can tell you. What do we got, Delver? It's H reverse. Well, I've seen cards I wanted less. Pretty much any blue instant or sorcery would have been preferable, but that's besides the point. Do we play out this mountain? I don't think there's much of a reason to not play the mountain. We have enough traverses that we can bluff having good cards in our hand. That's going to be a bad Denial. They are doing all the modes. They discarded a Bloodghast. That's not bad. Did they play a land just now, though? Yeah, they did. That seems like bad sequencing, but maybe they didn't want the Bloodghast yet? I don't know. We're not going to play the Denial because it will do absolute nothing, besides allow us to discard a Stubborn Denial. They're probably going to take the Denial anyway, seeing that Traverse is doing a lot of nothing, but if we draw a Forest, maybe we want those Traverses? Flameblade, sure. Mandrills, not what we wanted to see. Very, very unfortunate that Burning Inquiry took our green source. That kind of sucks. I understand that normally you can't discard lands with that sort of effect, or rather with targeted discard because that makes the game unfun. Yep, that's fine. Not great, but, you know, it happens. That's fantastic. We're still very much in this game, though. Could go either way. If they take out Delver, we're in a terrible spot. If they can't answer Delver and they don't find a fatty, we're in a great spot. Goblin Lore. Sure. That sure helps them. Would have been terrible if they discarded a Flamewake Phoenix with it. Flameblade Adept gets big enough for them to get the Phoenix back, and then they have a real clock. I'm just hoping they don't hit Gurmag Angler. Although I don't know how important that is at this point. We're going to hit them down to 3. Goyf, sure. And I guess this is the part where we find out who wins. Fatal Push, that's going to help. Lightning Bolt would be great here. Snapcaster Mage not going to do it. Although Snapcaster Mage might let us trade with that Adept. Bauble is a start. We're going to use that immediately, I think. Although we might want to hold off on it just in case they hit Collective Brutality. But I guess we might hit a Cantrip. That's something I would want to save. But what if we draw a counterspell? What counterspells are live? Let's go to the opponent. This is it. We need to draw something good off of this Bauble. Oh, I should have used Bauble already because they might have a Lightning Bolt. Then again, they would have had to just top deck that Bolt because they let Delver live for a long time. 4 Hollow One. That's fine. Alright. Let's do it. Burning Inquiry for the opponent. 2 hits. Do we have Bolt? Pyroclasm. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Hollow One came just in time. Alright. Alright. Blood Moon did its job. That's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Head over to the opponent. Darn shame. A darn shame. At least we 3-2'd. Can't really complain about that. Always nice to 3-2. Anyways, that's another loss to Black-Red Hollow One. I have such a terrible record against that deck. At least we didn't need the Ravenous Trap for after we used it, so that's good. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope to see you in the next league.